Welcome back to Exotic Car Playplace, everybody. Thanks for joining in on this beautiful Sunday morning. And today we are going to share with you 6 reasons that Lexus is on a downward spiral, and hopefully they have a future ahead of them. Let's get into it now. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Mark with Exotic Car Playplace. So quite obviously, Lexus owns either number 1 or 2 slot consistently in the most reliable luxury car brands. However, that trend seems to be slightly sliding. Now you have brands like Genesis by Hyundai, which is sliding into top spot, and you're getting some of the other brands creeping their way up, tucking in behind a Lexus and possibly pushing them out of the way in very short order, taking a shot at the Lexus brand. With all of that said, there seems to be a perception change in the sense that there are more and more recalls coming out trying to rectify significant issues by the Lexus manufacturing process. Now, this all seems to be an alarming trend because they seem to be following in the footsteps of brands like BMW, where they used to be known and renowned for top engineering, quality, performance cars. But sadly, in recent years, BMW has been bombarded with numerous different recalls, which does make you second guess their quality and reliability. Now, Lexus in the last couple of years seems to be following a similar trend. Now, we're going to talk about 6 of the reasons that you might actually second guess the quality control and wonder if Lexus isn't following in the footsteps of BMW. Now, the first puzzling recall that I have to offer is Toyota Lexus brand has 121,000 vehicles on a recall for leaking fuel system, which can cause a leak and of course explode or burn. So these recalls include the 2006 to 2013 Lexus IS350 and a 2010 to 2014 IS350C. On top of that, there's also the 2007 and 2011 GS350 and 450H. What's the common denominator? The 3.5 liter V6 engines. That's the culprit. Toyota is claiming there's a diaphragm material in the fuel injection system that can harden with time, and eventually it can lead to cracking, splitting, and leaking. Now, Toyota and Lexus are not actually admitting or denying whether this has actually led to a fire or a vehicle that has burned. But the one thing's for sure, most of the recalls seem to impact the American US marketplace. So ultimately, it's really not that big of a thing to get fixed. What it means is your car will be checked in and Lexus or Toyota will change the fuel delivery pipe to an improved version, which hopefully will rectify this problem. So there's actually a second recall that's equally puzzling. There was initial 700,000 vehicles recalled, and then recently, Toyota/Lexus has also added another 1.1 million vehicles to this overall recall list. And that has to do with faulty fuel pumps. What can happen with this, certain vehicles have this particular fuel pump installed, can actually sustain a failure. These pumps are known to fail or they have a high probability of failure. And of course, if a pump fails, what can that do? That can cause a vehicle to stall, not be able to restart. But more importantly, you're in a situation maybe doing a left-hand turn in an intersection and the vehicle stalls or starts to misfire, putting you into harm's way. That's where the real concern lies. Not so much that the car won't start in the morning, but it could put you in an awkward situation in traffic, causing a very dangerous condition. Now, this actually affects lots of Toyotas and lots of Lexus vehicles. For example, 2013 to 2015 LS460, or 13-14 GS350, or 2015 NX and RC models, as well as 2017 IS200Ts and RC200Ts. Let's not forget the late model RX350 as well, and a 2018 GS300, and as well many others. As a matter of fact, the list is just too long, so the best bet is to contact your local dealer and confirm whether your VIN number is one of those affected vehicles. So the third recall affects many Toyota and Lexus models once again. There are as many as 44,000 vehicles affected and could possibly need a brand new engine. Now, these are primarily 2019 and 2020 model years. And these vehicles are impacted because the engines could leak, stall, catch fire, or just overheat. So the majority of these vehicles are actually Toyotas. However, look out, if you have a 2019 or 20 Lexus ES300H, you could actually own one of the vehicles that's on this list. So what this is an actual casting flaw in the engine, which can cause a split, a crack, causing either leaking of oil, antifreeze, which again, as I say, either causes it to overheat or leak, or possibly ignite a fire. Of course, if you get leaking oil, lands on a hot exhaust manifold, Pumbaa! That's a possibility for a flame and fire. Now the worst part is you may not get a engine code, you may not get an engine light, you may not get bells and buzzers telling you there's a problem until it's too late. So be sure to check with your Toyota or Lexus dealer to get this sorted out. So the next recall goes to Toyota and Lexus again, and it actually impacts about 7,000 vehicles, mostly hybrids. So we won't talk about the Toyota brand so much, but on the Lexus side, you can expect cars like 2019 Lexus UX 250h, as well as the LC 500h and the ES 300h hybrid. And these vehicles all have a failure in the brake booster. So if this fails, in fact, your brakes will either not work at all or they'll be substantially compromised. Obviously, no brakes means no stopping, and that is a severe hazard. Very, very dangerous condition, and Toyota Lexus wants you to take care of it as soon as possible. So fortunately, there aren't any actual reports from Toyota Lexus of any incidents regarding this issue, but Toyota has said that of course they'll fix this recall for free. So the fifth recall actually goes to another one specifically located in the Philippines for 149 Lexus RX 350 models. They're being recalled to actually reprogram the engine control module, as well as there's about 80 units of the LPARD to replace the seatbelt. So currently a lot of these vehicles are identified to have a very harsh automatic transmission engagement, and as a result needs some reprogramming to refresh this problem. They may even replace the automatic transmission assembly if need be for free. And the other recall with the seatbelts is a known fact that some of these seatbelts may not have been assembled correctly, and the problem is it may not actually hold the passenger in the case of a collision. So therefore that needs to be inspected and replaced as needed. And so the sixth and last recall that has a potential negative impact on Toyota and Lexus's reputation, and unfortunately this case is less of their control but more on the Takata Airbag, which creates a significant hazard if the vehicle is in a collision. What this means is the inflator is highly susceptible to extreme temperature changes, high humidity, and these vehicles have a significant problem with that. They can actually ignite by themselves, not ignite at all. And at the end of the day, the Takata airbags have been known to send shrapnel. Not just the airbag deploying, but actually fragments of metal can actually come propelling out at the passengers in the case of an accident. But the Takata Airbag is far from unique. Many people have heard about it already, and it's impacted many vehicles, not just Toyota and Lexus. So these style airbag igniters can be found in the Lexus ISFs, ES350s, GX460s, SC430s, IS250, 350s, as well as 250 and 350Cs. So as you can see, Lexus isn't perfect either. Some of the things are directly related to the brand itself. Others are subcontracted products that go into their vehicles. Regardless, and suffice it to say, Lexus too has had a significant amount of challenges in keeping the vehicles trouble-free. There's been significant recalls ever since they had that problem. With sudden acceleration, they are even more hypersensitive to ensuring that these vehicles get rectified as soon as a problem arises. Thanks again to everybody for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down there as well as the notifications bell so you know when the next great video is out. As well, don't forget to hit that link over there you're going to love to learn about 2020's worst luxury cars available. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Hope to see you real soon. Catch you then. Bye-bye.